it's only a few things. Khirbet hannot was basically established somewhere in the Byzantine period, okay, which means
Fourth, fifth,
sixth
sixth
century AD. Okay. If you will go down to the valley down there, there is also remains of the Crusader village or farm that used to be here, as well as some remains of the Arab village that used to be here in 248. So along the history, this is something we can see. People have settled down here. Okay? Why did they settle down here? For two reasons.
Agriculture.
One, first, down in the valley there are springs. Okay? If you have water on this part of the world, you don't sit just by the river because there are no rivers. Okay? So you sit wherever you have water. If you have spring here, this is where you will settle down, and the next culture that will come and conquer will sit exactly on the same spot. Okay? This is why Atel
Natural
is
protection as well.
and the other reason is natural protection. It's a high hill, strategic point. Okay, easy to control. Okay, and the third reason, agriculture. So what do you do when you have no soil? Well, the history proves us that you can. What do? Terraces, exactly. So you have to cultivate. You cultivate your land into terraces, and then you can grow whatever you want. So it won't be very large fields of wheat, but it will be smaller grounds of terraces. Okay? So, Khirbet hannot here contain two main sites. The right one is the church, okay, with a beautiful mosaic floor, which was partly ruined by ultra-Orthodox, unfortunately, a few years ago. And then to the left of the church, we have Bet Bad, olive press. Wine press, not olive press.
So the church is from the Byzantine?
The church is from Byzantine as well as the wine press. Okay, we will take a look at it. Okay, but I wanted to get to another point from the fact that this area was always cultivated. The plants that you see around you right now are the plants that you will see everywhere that human being ever made any kind of change, even if it was 3,000 years ago. Let's say if you will drive down the hill to Ha'ela Valley, there is one hill there called Tel Sochop or Givat Turmusim. It's very, very different from the surrounding hills. Okay?
Yes.
Why? Because human beings
Used to.
thousands of years ago changed it, cultivated it, and other wild plants were the ones to come in. Okay? So we're going to see
So you
today
mean they replaced the
transformed, exactly. Transformed was the word. So we're going to see today two terroirs. Okay? The first terroir.
What is it?
Terroir is the French word to describe all the conditions of the land. Okay? It's mostly used for wine or for olive oil. Okay? To describe how the surroundings affect terroir. How the surroundings affect what is growing there. Okay? So it's mostly in use when you talk about wine, but I want to take it to foraging. Okay, just to understand the concept. Terrain. We are now standing in a place that's been changed, been modified by man. It doesn't mean that what you see here was planted by man. Okay, it's still wild plants. It haven't been modified. It's not agricultural area. Once we will cross the street and we'll start our hike, we will be in a natural wood, in the natural forest, and you will see that it's very different from what you see here. And that's my point. I wanted to start with a place that have been modified by people, so you will understand how it's affect the natural plantation. Okay? Does that make sense? What I just said?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So we are facing